to thank you. This is when you open it, there's a heart with kind of arms going around, and it has the inscription, the little Spanish-English school.
Thank you.
On it for each of you. Thank you for what you're doing. Also, we have two board members, Sister Diane.
Sister.
And Sister Diane. And Marty Monaco.
Oh, really?
And one more on the way, Larry Nash, who's on the way. Just got in from a trip.
I didn't know I was getting something.
What you're doing. And behind me, who's doing all the administrative work and receiving your gifts and boxes of books and boxes of supplies and everything that you send to Eau Claire while I'm in Wisconsin is at my sister's house. So I want to thank
so sweet. Yeah.
Honestly, she said, we love you guys. Thank you. It's because of what each of you, just being here, coming from different parts of the world, different parts of the city, different parts of the state, what you have done to encourage us to be able to do something for those who have so little is a real blessing to us. So thank you to each of you that are here and your contributions and what you're doing in your families and in your communities and what you're doing for us. So thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. We thank you. The other team, our team from Mexico that came up with me yesterday from Mexico, who are all volunteers, I asked them to come up here for a minute just so that you know who they are. So Adriana, Monica, Claudia, Martin, Elena, Jose Luis. So we have a group of 9 and 7 of us are here.
Wow. That's great.
Just so you know who these people are. Okay. We met in different ways, and these people are behind all the work that's going on each and every day. So this work started last July of 2016. There is a lot of work to do in terms of paperwork and legal work, in terms of opening. We opened a foundation in the United States. We opened a foundation in Mexico. We're working on opening a foundation in Chile. So all the paperwork and work with the Secretary of Education and the IRS of Mexico and all those pieces are thanks to these people right here that work regular jobs plus volunteering. Okay? We have Elena from Russia, myself from the United States, and the rest from Mexico. As a people and a group of human beings, we can work together. It doesn't matter what country we come from, what city we come from, what color we are, what religion or whatever. We can do it. So let's continue to work together to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
So during the day, we're working on all that work, and we will open in August a school. There's a picture of the school that we're planning to buy. It's orange colored. It's behind these walls on one of the or behind two walls maybe by the stairs. It's a classroom built or a school that was damaged in the earthquake. So on September 19th, there was another earthquake, one of 3 that was very damaging to the country. Still 20% of the students are still not back in school.
Wow.
The government has no worries. There's no rush for them to get back to school. They don't want them to be educated. Right. They do not want their people to be educated. They have a great and wonderful, perfect dictatorship right now. I don't like to talk about politics, but I want you guys to know so that you know kind of what we're dealing with. They don't want people to be educated because they're living like kings and queens and taking all the money that is the money of the people. They are, it's sad. When there's people the age of my parents and grandparents working on the street selling Cokes and chips for $3 a day. If you can imagine your parents doing the same thing, you know there's something wrong with the system. And our belief is through education is the only way that we can cure the problem that is corruption, that is a disease and that continues to grow. We're also going to work with these politicians. We can't avoid them, and we have talked with Father Jenkins from Notre Dame, and we are talking with each of the political candidates who there will be an election in July in a couple months, and they will be invited to Notre Dame to talk about education, each of the top 5 political candidates.
Oh, that's great.
So we know that we can't just go around them, but we have to work with them too, and maybe even educate some of these politicians. So it's one of the things that's part of the process. So in August, our plans are to open a preschool kindergarten, so 4 and 5-year-olds, about 50 kids in an area called Iztapalapa, which is a very low-income population. And our mission is to serve the lowest 5% of the population, okay? So people making $1, $2 a day, their families making $1 or $2 a day. Serve them in an education of excellence, so bilingual. Every class will have a native English speaker, native Spanish speaker, because speaking both languages will open doors for them. We've also learned that in educating the poorest of the poor, it is important to educate their parents, because many of them, their parents have not been educated, and therefore they are not educated. We'll have an extended school day, 9 hours, rather than the minimum that they require 3.5. An extended school year of 200 days, plus 20 professional days for teachers. So teachers also there will need their education. And then educating the whole child, so it'll be math and science and social studies, but also life skills of communication and organization and listening and following instructions. And the humanities of art and music and programming computers and philosophy and teaching people how to save money and teaching people how to read nutrition labels and eating right and exercising in the environment. So it will be an extended program, something unique. We're working with public schools, private schools, and Catholic schools. So different universities are part of this. The public education system is part of this. The private education system and the Catholic education system working together to form this new project. So that is our plan, opening in August, buying this property, and each year we'll add another year. So the preschool kindergartens will graduate and go to the 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and then we'll bring in new kids each year until we're pre-K all the way to high school. So that is the plan. That's what we do during the day, and these people all have real day jobs, so they do it in their free time, thanks to their generosity. And what we wanted to do was a pilot of working and teaching kids. And what you're going to see is we have a 5-minute video, and after that video, these guys are going to talk a little bit, and then we have a couple more things to say. But the video is of a classroom that we converted from the apartment. One of the bedrooms in the apartment is now a classroom, and we teach 3 sections of kids with their mom or dad, teaching them English. Martine and myself, native Spanish speaking, native English speaker, and we work with kids and their parents learning English together. And you'll hear from some of them, but it has had wonderful results. It's motivating for both the kids and the parents, and we'll let you watch the video, and then we'll have a couple more words after.